Hello, 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 hello. And yes, I am aware that you may have seen me in a slight state of undressed because the stupid camera switches on um, automatically when I open OBS, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I expect someone to make a clip of that, no doubt. No doubt someone will make a clip of that. Anyway, hello everyone. Yes, it's bloody boiling. But we've got TB the bear, everyone's favourite bear, and number one Lewis Hamilton fan. Yes, yes, yes. He didn't win. No, he didn't, did he? But Charlie the Cream did. You don't like him. Why is that? Because he's French. Let's put the bear down. Put the bear down. Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. And I've got a bit of I'll tell you what this is. This is headphone dust. My headphones are disintegrating. Yes, I'm not a dirty boy. I assure you, it's headphone dust. Yes. You know, after you get your headphones after a couple of years and they start peeling away, like the cone starts peeling off. Yeah, it gets all in my ears. Headphone dust. Fantastic. I'm sure you wanted to know that, didn't you? But there you go. Right. What are we doing? I am melting. Absolutely melting right now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But first, let's start with some sad news. Some sad news before we get to the Formula One stuff. And that is that Bonnie Tyler has sadly died. A Welsh icon has died aged 75. Now, Bonnie Tyler was part of my journey through my youth in the 80s. Absolutely legendary. Unfortunately, how I understand it is that she's been in a coma for the last month and she's died due to complications from stomach surgery. A one-of-a-kind artist, actress Catherine Zeta-Jones leads tributes to singer Bonnie Tyler, who's died at the age of 75. Tyler, known for a series of hits in the 70s and 80s, died unexpectedly last night in a Portuguese hospital where she had been receiving treatment. The singer's brother says her family is totally excuse me. The singer's brother says her family is totally devastated. Fans in her hometown tell the BBC they mourn a great loss for Wales. Fellow pop star Cliff Richard and TV presenter Carol Vorderman amongst those paying tributes to the singer. Welsh singer Bonnie Tyler, known for worldwide hits Total Eclipse of the Heart and Holding Out for a Hero, has died aged 75. In a statement, Tyler's family and team confirmed she died unexpectedly on Wednesday evening in a hospital in Portugal due to the illness that she was being treated for. In May, Tyler had been rushed to hospital in Faro, Portugal for emergency intestinal surgery and placed in an induced coma to aid her recovery. After growing up in a council house in Sgwelwen, South Wales, Tyler went on to sell millions of records and top the charts around the world, including the US and the UK, and receive an MBA in the late Queen Elizabeth's final honours list. Tributes have poured in from actors, fellow singers and even world leaders following her death. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer described Tyler as an iconic figure. Well, that's something you're not ever going to be described as, isn't it, Mr. Starmer? And one of Britain's greatest recording artists. Actor Catherine Zeta-Jones said her heart was broken by the news, calling her friend Tyler an extraordinary woman with vocals to match. Fellow singer Cliff Richard wrote that he was mourning another wonderful friend gone too soon. Rocker Bryan Adams said he will always be grateful for a beautiful version straight from the heart. Thanks, Bonnie. Rest in peace. So yeah, sad news, Bonnie Tyler. I don't think there's anybody on the planet that hasn't heard one of her songs, to be fair, because There's some great iconic songs in that list if you go back and have a look. Bonnie Tyler. Right, F1 news. Before we continue, what we got? What we got? Something from the BBC. Safety car finish. Software error. Oh, that's a Q&A. That's a bit too long. Sky Sports. Max Verstappen, Red Bull drivers options for 2027 switch. I've been hearing these rumours. Max Verstappen, Red Bull drivers options for 2027 switch assessed after frustrating British Grand Prix weekend. An extremely frustrating British Grand Prix weekend for Max Verstappen has done little to calm speculation around the four-time world champion making a potential exit from Red Bull at the end of the season. The build-up to Silverstone was dominated by questions around a June meeting between McLaren and Verstappen's representatives, with the Dutchman himself, McLaren's current drivers Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, and McLaren chief Zak Brown all quizzed. There was nothing overly significant to be gleaned from their answers. The most notable incidents in terms of Verstappen futures were to come later in the weekend. After dropping back from third on the grid to finish 6th in Saturday's sprint, Verstappen qualified only 7th in full qualifying later that day, finishing 2 places behind his teammate Isaac Hajar. He said on Saturday night that there was no point in competing in the race if Red Bull couldn't solve a top speed issue that he felt caused his rare deficit to his teammate. Yes, and when he crashed at Silverstone, the team radio, there was lots of F words and a few C words, I do believe, all of course deleted for the TV viewing public. Then in his brief post-race interviews, he appeared to criticise his team for rejecting his wish to make changes to the car that would have resulted in him having to start from the pit lane at the back of the field. Despite not having a great race pace, Verstappen was set to salvage a podium, largely thanks to the misfortune of others, before he crashed in the closing stages, with the incident caused by a rear wing defect, similar to the one that made him crash in the Austrian Grand Prix qualifying the previous weekend. Now, talking about that rear wing, I understand that McLaren have also tested exactly the same rear wing setup that they've currently got on the Red Bull, and McLaren actually sent it away and said, no, it needs more testing before we'd use it in a race. So, yeah, that's a little bit damning for Red Bull that they're using it, it's not working properly, and yet McLaren rejected it and said no. It uses the same setup, I do believe, as the Ferrari, where the whole of the rear wing seems to go up, but it goes in the different direction than the Ferrari. I think the Ferrari, I can't remember to be fair, but I think the Ferrari lifts up frontwards, and I think the one on the Red Bull lifts up going backwards, and that is the key difference. When it's closing, it isn't closing 100%, it's something like 90%, so there's a little gap, and you would think that wouldn't make much difference, but if you're herring down a straight, coming up to a corner, and you've got like a 10% gap in the downforce that's supposed to be sticking you to the tarmac, then yes, that is the big problem. Big problem. This time, Verstappen said he was fed up with the dangerous nature of his car, while the team offered a public apology to their star driver. The result officially confirmed that Verstappen, who is 7th in the World Championship, will not be in the top 2 when the summer break starts after races in Belgium and Hungary, which means a clause in his contract will be triggered that allows him to move to another team in 2027. The combination of that technicality and Verstappen appearing to be unhappy with his team means noise over his future is only going to get louder in the build-up across the up-and-coming double header. Speaking of Sky Sports, Jenson Button said that Verstappen must be ruthless and selfish in his decision. I think that Max at Red Bull sounds really frustrated at the moment, Button said. He puts a happy face on it a lot of the time, but I think he's very frustrated with the situation. A lot of people that he's worked with for many years and won championships with have left and gone elsewhere. It must be very strange. It must be kind of a bit lonely in that team for him. Everyone's brand new around him, so I think he'll be looking elsewhere. I really do. for next year. But let's face it, is McLaren an upwards move, or is it just a sideways step, to be honest? Because McLaren this year really aren't doing much better than Red Bull. And of course, if Max didn't keep crashing because of problems with the car, he'd probably be doing about equal to McLaren. So yeah, I'm not so sure that that's even a good move, to be honest, McLaren. But yeah, we will see. We will see. Of course, we all know he wants the Mercedes seat, but I just don't think that's going to happen. No, I mean Antonelli's not going to get pushed to the side. George of the Russell, possibly, but I still don't think in the short term that's going to happen. I think Max might have to go somewhere else for the interim. Maybe just sign a 1-year deal at McLaren before he's, we all know he wants the Mercedes seat. That's obvious because at the moment, but I mean, who knows? In a couple of years, Mercedes might be starting to drop back again. So it's all a merry-go-round. You don't really know where to go because nobody knows how these stupid cars are going to perform for the next few years. So yeah, very, very weird. Very, very weird indeed. But we will see what happens. Personally, I think he'll just stay at Red Bull. I don't think he'll bother moving, to be fair, because I don't see that where he's going to move to is going to give him much of an advantage. He might as well stay where he is. Unless, of course, he can get the Mercedes seat. Then, of course, he would move. But, yeah, I just think that would be a sideways step for him to go to McLaren. Certainly not a step up. Now, if it was last year, I would have said yes. But obviously, this year, they just haven't had the performance that they had last year. Because, of course, don't forget, as everyone's forgotten, Lando Norris is currently world champion. Yes. But nobody remembers. No. The most underwhelming world champion, I think, ever. I don't think I've ever seen a world champion so underwhelming than Lando Norris. Yeah. I say most people don't even remember that he won it. But yes, he did. But of course, he's not going to win it this year. No chance whatsoever. Far too far in the championship now for that to happen, unless McLaren does a complete turnaround towards the end of the last half of the season, which I don't think is going to happen. Anyway, there you go. There is the F1 news. Right. It's time to talk to all you lovely people out there. All you lovely people out there. There you are. There you are. I always panic that one day I'll put that on. And there'll be no one there. Yes. Yes. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Must be what happens to actors, when they do a job for like a TV show and it's a pilot, and they film the pilot and they think to themselves, you know what? This was really great. I think this is going to do well. And then it gets premiered on streaming services or on the telly, and it absolutely dive bombs. Yes, absolutely dive bombs. Ah, what a feeling that must be. Terrible, terrible. Hello, Mr. Caledonia F1. I can also confirm that Scotland is boiling. Wowzers. That's not a term I'd use very often, Scotland boiling, to be fair. As I live in jolly old England, in the southeast corner, we never sort of regard Scotland ever as boiling. I know it can get hot. But yeah. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Regara. Funny that. Mr. Will F1. Good. Go full. No. It's a bit like I didn't, Mr. Will F1. Bit like I didn't, I'll tell you. I'd probably get taken down by YouTube. Oh, dear. Yes, unfortunately, every time I open OBS, it automatically switches my camera on. Yes. And I was busy sharing the stream out, and I didn't notice. So, yes. Congratulations if you caught that first part of the stream with me with no top on. Yes, well done. Well done to everyone. Please, I had to give out some free sick bags to anyone. Anyone wants a sick bag, then let me know. World Cup action between France and Morocco at the moment. Oh, nice. Hello, Matthew. What the stream? He says, Dom, 15 points behind Joe after I said he'll win the title this season. Nice one, Matt. Yes, nice one, Matt. Hookster is too. I am. I'm absolutely melting. And my voice keeps going as well because I can feel the dryness. You know, I can feel the dryness. Dom will never be champion, says Will. Ooh. Lance Stroll scoring points this year is more likely. Yes, and we know that's not going to happen. Damn. Agreed, I think. Why do Alpine keep retaining that Hookster when he's constantly getting obliterated by the bit? I've no idea, Matt. I've no idea. But yeah, let me just say, there's someone else that runs that team, you know, and it's not the bin. Now he might get the success and the rewards, the adulation and the pussy, but someone behind the scenes keeps that team going. You know, someone has to be Dusty Bin's fluffer, and that's me. Yes, I give him all the encouragement, and yeah, you can do it. You can do it. That's all down to me. So just remember that, Matthew. Yes, I'm the fluffer. Hello, Shane. Welcome to the stream because you haven't got a shirt on. Because he's cheap. Hamilton and Russell are getting closer like Neo. To be fair, my room is like a sauna. It's like a sauna in here. Thank God. Because I've got to have the door shut because my voice carries and I've got neighbours. So I've got to be careful, you know. So I can't have the door open. But my windows are shut for the same reason that I've got neighbours and the voice carries. So I'm literally sitting here boring right now. The only saving grace I've got is behind me. There is a fan blowing directly onto the back of my head. If I didn't have that on, I wouldn't be streaming right now because it would be too hot. But it is obviously, with all the doors shut and the windows, it's going to gradually increase in temperature. So we'll see how we do. Hookster should join Mercedes. MK is your battle the last three. Yeah, that's true. I should do. Shout out to the 2026 reg, says Mr. Regara. Hamilton is having a better season this year than he did last year with Ferrari. Yes, he is, Shane. True. All the fan is doing is pushing warm air right back in my face. I know. There is a little bit of breeze off my fan, I must admit. It's not cold air, but it's not warm air. It's kind of in the middle. So it's doing a good job. It's not the Belgian Grand Prix until next week. No, you're quite right, Shane. 2026 regs are absolutely awful, says Will. ShaneBot.exe. No, it isn't, Shane. Aren't they getting better, though? What isn't? Damn, Dave. Problem with Dom is that when he has a crap race, he finishes lower than second, which costs him a lot of points against Joseph, who rarely ever finishes outside the top two. That's a big difference. Yes, you're quite correct. Also, what doesn't help Dom is that he spends a lot of time around Joe's house. And when he used to go around there originally, he used to take his steering wheel with him. But he can't be bothered to lug all that around to his house anymore. So when he's doing races around Joe's, he's doing it on controller. And obviously, he's not a controller person. He's a steering wheel person. So that's why he doesn't do very well when he's around Joe's. ShaneBot EX as usual. You've got a shirt on there. Yes, I have, Shane. Yes. I couldn't not have a shirt on. I might have got banned by YouTube. Yes. No nudity is allowed on YouTube, you know. Charlie LaCream. Yes, Charlie LaCream. TB Bear hasn't got a top on. No, he hasn't. He's too hot as well. He's full of fur. Yeah. The better looking Ferrari driver won. Whoa. Hi, TB, my favourite bear. Well, hello to you, he says. TB is naked. Yes, he is. Also, last week when we talked about VHS tapes, there also was about video piracy. Yes. And to those complaining about battery regs, you all had DRS for 15 years. Get over your damn selves. Also, rest in peace, Bonnie Tyler. Well, thank you, Mr. Rugara. Thank you very much. Caledonia F1 says every VHS tape did that, Shane. Except for the pirate ones, of course. The regs are absolutely awful. Rest in peace, Bonnie Tyler, says Shane. Thank you, Shane. No, they're not. What warned us about video piracy? Rest in peace, Bonnie Tyler. Thank you, Caledonia. The VHS companies. Yes, I know. VHS. VHS. Oh, I have to tell you, I love VHS. I really did. I really did. 3 hours on a videotape. It was brilliant because you could put a movie on and then you could put an episode of your favourite TV show on the end. So you could sit down for 3 hours of entertainment in the evening. Nice movie, and then one of your favourite shows you could tag on the end. Fantastic. Then, of course, they invented long play, which meant you got 6 hours on a tape. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So then you could sit down for 6 hours and watch 2 movies and 2 of your favourite shows on the end. Then they went and invented extended play, which was 8 hours long. Wowzers. Wowzers. Also, I'm on about doing a video titled "Remember when physical media was actually good?" Like how good the DVD manuals were, and the same for the VHS tapes when they included trailers and bonuses. Yes, indeed they were. 2026 season of Formula. Actually, saying that, Shane, even Blu-rays, they don't put the same attention to Blu-rays that they did to DVDs. DVD, like the menus for DVDs were absolutely brilliant on some of the discs. But the Blu-rays, I mean, you get like a up-to-date film on Blu-ray. It's nothing. Sometimes it's just a static screen, and you've got the little list along the bottom of what to do: play, disc, audio, whatever, subtitles, and that's it. Sometimes it's just completely static. Sometimes you get a picture that's moving, but sometimes it's just static, and that's it. So yeah, not impressed. 2026 season of Formula 1 is a low-key heater. Poor Max Verstappen is not having a good season this year. No, he's not. Shout out to Antonelli for running over that curb. Even he knew Russell deserves some justice. Yes. Max should make a YouTube channel where he reacts to Fixed. Oh my God. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Now, talking about the great man, he must have some kind of air conditioning in his luxury apartment right now, because he has been going all in with the videos. Oh my goodness. All in with the videos he's been going. Let's have a look. There he is. Look. It's just been ridiculous. Let's have a look at him. Oh, look. We have a bit of clickbait. FIA hands Max 8 points after British Grand Prix stewarding review. Yes, we all know that isn't correct, don't we? Yes. But just look. 8 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 1 day ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Jesus Christ. 4 days ago. Let's just have a look. Let's have a look in 1 week. 1 week. Here we go. 1 week. 1 week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He's made 19 videos in 7 days. 19 videos in 7 days. Not even a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel would make 19 videos in 7 days. They really wouldn't. They really wouldn't. Oh my God. That's just amazing. That's just absolutely amazing. 19 videos in 7 days. In 7 days. There you go. And it's all quality stuff. You need to check him out, because it's all quality stuff. Look, C Nuts with opinions, Max's gravel pit, when F1 lynched Hamilton, Hamilton framed as villain, washed, Hamilton, Verstappen. It's all Hamilton or Verstappen, really. Hajar versus Lawson. Brundle. Martin. Oh, he loves Martin Brundle. Oh, my God. With a passion, he loves Martin Brundle. Martin Brundle and Andrew Benson. Oh, my God. Yeah. He just loves them. I bet he's got Martin Brundle underpants. Possibly. And probably a Benson duvet cover. Because he loves them so much. He really does. Loves them. So, I still can't get over that. 19 videos in 7 days. 19 videos in 7 days. Let's go to the great man himself. Here he is. Mr. Alva. The Lord High Duke of YouTube. And let's see how many videos he's made in 7 days. Now, oh, bloody hell. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's made 5 videos in 7 days. And he has got 861k subscribers. 5 videos in 7 days. Which is exactly my point. My point exactly is almost a million, getting there anyway. YouTube creator, and he's only made 5 videos compared to Jimmy Fixit's 19 videos in 7 days. My God, that is some obsession. It really is. Really is. That is bipolarness on another level. Unbelievable. Wowzers. Truly unfortunate Shane's a Monopoly guy would say. Good God, Caledonia. Red Bull need to improve a lot. Yes, they do. Absolutely. Season not good at all. But, you know, as I said in that news report, a lot of the people at Red Bull have now left. So Max is, you know, he's looking around. He's a bit out in the cold, isn't he? Because all the people he worked with are now going. I mean, even Lambezi's off as well, isn't he? So, yeah. Not good. That commentator on the video game. Red Bull need to get some wings. Ah, bum. Yes, Red Bull need to get some wings. I like that. I like that a lot. Yes. I can't understand if they're having a problem with their wings. Why don't they just revert to a wing design that all the others are using? Yeah, they might even be a few tenths even slower than what they are now. But at least they'd be a lot bloody safer, because God forbid something could seriously happen to Max if he actually has that happen in a really high speed corner. So yeah, I'd rather go to a wing design that is proven and works, even if they end up 2 or 3 tenths slower than their performance at the moment, which isn't very fast. That's what I'd do anyway. But there you go. What Monopoly video down? Down with MBS. Needs to be thrown under the floor, to be honest. Yes. These regs work in spite of his arse, and he's deservedly getting booed by the Silverstone crowd. Like to have a lot of favourite DVD means a lot of favourite VHS tapes. Oh, here we go. Blimey. I do like it when it says welcome to the chat, though, because I can actually find the chat again. Kimi Raikkonen was epic, says Mr. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Villeneuve is a close second. Hello, says Helium Trophy. Well, hello, sir. Welcome to the stream. How is it in your part of the world? Is it bloody hot like it is here in the UK? It's so hot in my house. I panicked this morning because I looked at the thermostat on my boiler and it had an error code on it. It had HI, which is high. I thought, oh, that's very nice. My thermostat's saying hello to me. But I thought, I haven't seen that before. So I looked it up on the internet, like you do. And apparently it's if the temperature goes above 30°C, which it is inside my house, it automatically shuts off the communication between the thermostat and the boiler, because basically it's saying, hang on a minute, it's 30°C, you do not need the heating on. No. So yeah, it shuts down the boiler. It's the first time I've ever, I mean, it's probably done it before, but I've never noticed it, because, you know, when do you look at your thermostat on your boiler during the summer? Practically never. But I was just walking past it, I just glanced at it and I went, what the hell's that on there? I thought the display had, you know, when the liquid crystal display buggers up and it starts only producing half the numbers. I thought that's what it was, but it was definitely said HI, high. I thought, oh. Anyway, the internet said it was either because it was too hot or that it's lost connection with the boiler. So I thought, well, as it is very, very hot, let's assume that's the problem. So I left it and I checked it about an hour ago, and it has come back on to 30°C. So obviously as soon as it goes past 30, it goes into high mode. Hi. It's a safety feature to cut the boiler off, so you can't use it above 30°C. Because let's face it, who wants to put the boiler on in 30°C? Jesus. Shane says, Kimi Raikkonen retired in 2021. Yes, he did. Regs don't work at all, says Will. Alonso was the Sebastian Vettel of his day. Unfortunately, Vettel's day was the day after his. Yes. Sebastian Vettel retired in 2022. Yes, he did, Shane. Regs in 2026 were scary. And Damon Hill retired in the 1999. Yes, he did. After claiming that he could not get to grips, if you excuse the pun, with the groove tyres. That was the reason why Damon wasn't doing very well in the Jordan car. He never got to grips with the groove tyres. That was what he said, so we have to believe it. The mere fact that his teammate, Heinz-Harald Frentzen, was doing very well in that Jordan in 1999, yeah. But Damon himself couldn't get to grips with the groove tyres. I must admit, I hated those groove tyres. They were just, horrible. Wrong direction entirely for Formula 1, but that's not the first time, of course. That's happened loads of times for Formula 1. Wrong direction. Let's look back to 2003, if you remember that, with the new qualifying regulations. Oh my God. Or let's look at 2005 with the one set of tyres to last do the whole Grand Prix. I mean, that was stupidity squared, that was, wasn't it? Let's face it. One set of tyres to last the whole Grand Prix. That was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it's made some stupid mistakes. You've got to agree. I'm hearing that they were booing at MBS when the cars drove past. I'm not surprised. Missed the gist of that Max story. Dublin is too, says he. It is hot. Good. Well, not good, but I mean, it's good that other places are hot as well. Okay, the gist of the Max story. Basically, he's been in talks with McLaren. That's the rumour. So next year he may be going to McLaren. There's a clause in his contract which means if he's not in the top two before the summer break, then he can invoke that clause and go somewhere else. And because he's not going to be in the top two before the summer break, because there's only a couple more rounds left, then he is free to move to other teams. So there you go. But as I said, I don't think McLaren would be a step up for him. I think that'd be a sideways step. Also, Johnny Herbert retired in 2000. Yes, he did. Scotland Boylan. Also, Eddie Irvine retired in 2002. Yes. Did he? Was it 2002? Possibly. Scotland's houses are built to keep heat in the winter. Yes. Same as the ones in England. We are designed to keep the heat in. Yes. And of course, no air conditioning because we don't have that over here. We've got air conditioning in shops and, supermarkets, but air conditioning in your house is pretty much a non-thing. Yes. I think people are starting to get air conditioning now because of the heat, but yeah, it's really not a thing in the UK. Sebastian Vettel, heater of a career. Thankfully, I missed that part. So yeah, it gets quite bad in the summer. Shout out Silverstone, decent race. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Thankfully, I fall asleep when it gets very hot. Ah, I wish I could. I tell you, wish I could. I've been on about 4 hours a night for about the past 4 or 5 days now. Just cannot sleep. Just cannot sleep. I think some of it's got to do with the fact I was diagnosed with low iron back in April of this year, so my iron levels are quite low. So, and I didn't realise until I looked it up that you actually sweat out iron. So yeah, I'm not doing too well with the iron at the moment because it's just coming out because I'm literally just sweating all the time. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like my favourite VHS tapes are the Disney sing-along VHS tapes, Disney Cinderella, Toy Story 1 and 2, Ice Age, Robots and so on. Good. Did get to watch the Tour de France, so I get to watch and hear Marion Rouse. Oh yes. Fantastic. Cool hearing. TB is hot. Yes, he is. He is. Also, my favourite DVDs are Shrek 1 and 2, Shrek the Third and Shrek Forever After, Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas, Toy Story 1, 2, 3 and 4, Frozen 1 and 2, Spirit of the Stallion, the Saria. Okay. Priorities, Mr. Rugara, priorities. Yes, Dave, because it would be inappropriate you didn't have a shirt on while streaming on YouTube. You're quite right, Shane. You're quite right. Quite right. Damn. You could get 4 hours in some cases. Spam, ham, bacon, says Will. Thank you, Will. Cheese. Never heard of 8-hour videos. Yes, you could get an E240, which was a 4-hour tape, and you could put it, if you put it into long play, you would then get 8 hours. But towards the end of VHS's life, Panasonic, I think it was only Panasonic, invented EP, which was extended play, which added another 4 hours to the 8 hours. So you had a 4-hour tape in standard play, 8 hours in long play, or 12 hours in extended play. Yes, extended play. I actually used extended play in 1998. Yes. When unfortunately I got very, very sick and had to go to hospital. Oops. Oops. Stand by, everyone. Stand by, the stream's dying. The stream's gone in the red. Oh, we're back. Oh, now it's gone back into the red again. Ah, it's died. Oh, now it's back. I'm just pausing for a moment because my stream is not doing very well. I don't know if it's affecting anyone at their end, but at the moment my stream is in the red. Hopefully I don't get cut off. We're having problems. We're going from red to yellow at the moment. Now it's back to red again. I don't know whether the stream's cutting off for anyone. Oh, we're back in the green. We're back in the green. Is it going to stay in the green? Oh, it's staying in the green. Right, okay, we should be all right. Now, apparently, my new internet box, which I had to get put in last week because of a lightning strike, apparently, if the stream starts to drop down, it tries to keep it going. So I would say it's been successful so far. Been successful. Right, okay. Right, so yes, so you had EP, which gave you another 4 hours on a tape, and I used that myself because I had to go into hospital very, very quickly in 1998. So I very, very quickly sat. I was literally dialing for a taxi to take me to the hospital. At the same time, I was punching in programs I wanted to record into my video recorder, and yeah, so for 12 hours. Now, unfortunately, I thought I was only going to be in hospital for a few days. I ended up being in hospital for a whole month. And when I came out, I suddenly realised that I had 12 hours of stuff still programmed into it, and it had all recorded. Every single program I put into it had recorded. It was great. Only problem with EP was it was pretty much like looking at your TV through a frosted glass window. Picture quality was abysmal. If anyone remembers 90s flip phones, they used to use a compression for video called MPEG-1. That's what EP looked like for a video. It looked like MPEG-1. But saying that, when you were desperate, it was just about watchable. Just about watchable. Yeah. Milk, says Will. Someone graduated today. Well done to you, sir. Are you now going to be a doctor, and are you going to leave all us peasants? Is that what's going to happen? I know, it's going to be another P.S. Luton Rule scenario, isn't it? Did you used to have Betamax tapes, Dave? I got to ask you last week. I never had Betamax, Shane. No. I was always a VH. Even though Betamax allegedly was the superior format, problem with Betamax was you can only get 2 hours on a tape. Didn't appeal to me. I wanted that extra hour, Shane. That's what I wanted. Because I thought 2 hours, you can only just get a movie on. That's it. So yeah, so I adopted VHS. I've never had a Betamax. Not even later on when they were starting to, disappear, did I ever have a Betamax. Always a VHS. Caledonia says 4 hours VHS was good. You got 4 episodes of Countdown instead of 3. Yes. There's no Easter eggs in Blu-rays, says he. Yes, that's a problem. That's a problem. I used to love those Easter eggs. They were great. There's one on, I've got one on, it's the Predator DVD. Arnold, get to the chopper. I'll be back. Stick around. That one. Yeah, Predator DVD. There is so many Easter eggs on that DVD. It is unbelievable. And what it is if you remember the Predator with the alien sight, it was like those 3 laser beams. Yeah, you literally just kept pressing around the screen with your DVD remote, and suddenly these options would appear because they were blacked out before, and then they'd suddenly appear and you'd get all these different Easter eggs. That's quite possibly the best Easter egg DVD I've seen for ages, because there was loads of them. You had like gag reels, blooper reels and everything, but they're all hidden until you went along around the screen and then you could find them. Great stuff. As I say, Blu-rays, last Blu-ray I got because it was cheap was that last Jurassic World Park, whatever you call it, movie. I can't even Rebirth or whatever. What a pile of shit that was. But there was nothing. As I say, static screen, and then the options along the bottom, play disc, and that was it. And you had like the usual features, which are always boring on Blu-rays anyway. The special features are just boring. They just can't be bothered anymore. They really can't. On studies of how the hell Stroll got in an F1... Yes, that's what we need studies on. How the hell did Stroll get an F1 seat? One of his videos was recommended to me by YouTube. Stayed away. That is probably for the best. Mr. Helium Trophy. Probably for the best. Yes. Seriously. The guy is, as the title of his channel, fixated. He really is. He spent nearly 5 years now fixated on one single race from 2021 of a sporting event that, you know, it's just something you watch on the telly on a Sunday afternoon. Yes, I understand what he's going on about. There is corruption in Formula One. Yes, I understand all that. But there's corruption in all sports. There isn't a sport that hasn't been invented that hasn't got corruption in it. Okay? We all know that. We all know that. But some of the things he just comes out with are just laughable. If it was down to him in charge of Formula One, he'd have every single car and driver wrapped up in bubble wrap. Yes, wrapped up in bubble wrap because, you know, it's motor racing. That's why it's called motor racing. And sometimes, yes, they do race each other hard, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point. My God. Hello, Mr. Lionel Bessie. What does Jesus Fixer started again? I can believe it. I can believe it. You know, saying that, he's probably uploaded another video while I've been streaming. While I've been streaming, he's probably uploaded another video. Let's have a look. If he has, I'm going to laugh so much. It's going to be unbelievable. I'll laugh so much. It's going to be unbelievable. Oh, no, he hasn't. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Maybe he's decided to go out and get some sun before it disappears. But no, he hasn't uploaded another video yet. Another video yet. Now, the thing about Mr. Fixit's videos, which I'm not going to show because... Why, have I paused that now? I have, yes. The thing about Mr. Fixit's videos is it's the comment section. Oh my God. The comment section is the most... Did you just call me Ellie again? No, I didn't. What's that noise? Shush! The comment section is the most toxic rubbish you've ever seen in all your life. It's just unbelievable. And there's so many comments. I've never seen so many comments, and all the same people, and they're all commenting exactly the same stuff every single video. Every single video. I mean, that's just... Look at this. Look at this. This guy here, he's like the legendary on the Fix channel. He's completely fixated with Fix because he put a picture of him in one of his videos because he found him on Facebook or something. And so he's been fixated with him ever since. But look at this. 50 replies to one comment. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And as I say, it's all the same bollocking bullshit. Every single comment. Every single comment. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And sometimes Mr. James actually bothers to put a reply in. Sometimes. It's usually only about 2 lines though, but yeah. There you go. But yes, it is the most toxic comments section. It's like the people who make the comments think that, you know, this is the beginning and the end of mankind. Just this comment section. There's just so many of them. I mean, if they want to comment this much, why don't they go and start a Discord or something and not put it in the YouTube? Because let's face it, YouTube doesn't want comments. They don't care about comments. They don't want comments. They're a video streaming platform. They know they have to have comments, but they don't want them. They don't care about them because they're a pain in the arse to manage, and I can understand that. They are a pain in the arse to manage. So yeah, but these people are just absolutely ridiculous. And you've got everyone in here from the spectrum of life as well. You've got far left wingers, you've got far right wingers, you've got every kind of person you could think of on the planet is in his comment section. Absolutely. Absolutely. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. On top of the Pops 12, it's 1991, the first week at number 1 for Bryan Adams. I knew Fix would have a field day about that safety car debacle. Oh, a field day is quite an understatement. Quite an understatement, yes. I mean, his greatest conspiracy theory from the Abu Dhabi 2021 race is that Queen Latifah crashed his car on purpose. On purpose. I mean, Latifi was one of the worst drivers in Formula One at the best of times. So crashing a car on purpose is probably outside of his scope, to be honest. Crashing it, normally is well within his means, but crashing it on purpose, you must be joking. Oh yeah, but that's his theory. He's got proven, documented evidence as well that he crashed on purpose because he was in the wrong gear when he crashed. There you go. There's the evidence. In the wrong gear when he crashed, and it's documented, and it's true. It's all true, everyone. And God blimey, Governor, my stream's just gone in the red again. I can't believe it. I'm just going to carry on. It stayed there until Christmas. Yes. 19 videos in 7 days. Fantastic. Oh, we're back in the yellow again. 19 videos in 7 days. I just can't believe that. I can't believe 19 videos in 7 days. That's just crazy. Crazy. And he only gets about 1,000 to 2,000 views as well. I know what you mean, Dave. Like Blu-ray menus, they just have the same background. Doesn't change when you select something on the menu. I only found this out a few years ago. Yes, on YouTube. I see they're going back again to the start of the 90s. Yes. Because I don't have a Blu-ray player. I never had one at the time either. They should come out with the 80s again, or the zeros, the noughties demise. 19 videos in 7 days is madness, says Mr. Regara. You are... Oh, my stream's come back. Oh, no, it's gone again. It's gone again. I will apologise in advance. My stream may disappear. If it does, I'll try and get back on again. But we're almost at the hour mark anyway, so we'll see. But I apologise now if I disappear, because the stream is looking a little bit dodgy at the moment. A little bit dodgy. As I say that, we're back in... Yeah, it's going from green to red. Not good. Anyway, I'm just going to carry on and ignore it. The goat is back so that they can stain them regularly. They're on to 2,000 now. Not on this week because of women's cricket highlights. Oh, good to see that the priority straight with the women's cricket. Yes. It's a shame physical media is not as good as it used to be because of how good the DVD menus were. Same for VHS tapes when they had trailers and bonus footage. Yes, absolutely. Now, talking about physical, there's been such a huge backlash with Sony announcing that they're going digital from 2028. That Sony are now in complete panic mode, apparently, so I've heard. People are absolutely getting rid of PSN hand over fist. They've lost a hell of a lot of subscribers, so much so that they are now asking people to come back and they'll let them have a year's subscription half price. That's how much they're panicking right now. I would do exactly the same thing if I didn't have a YouTube channel, but unfortunately I need the PlayStation Network because it all coincides with the YouTube channels. If I didn't have it, yeah, I'd definitely cancel my subscription as well, just to give them a message. But congratulations to everyone else that is getting rid of them. Well done, because as I say, the only voice we can have as the people is to do that. As I say, Sony's got to realise we're the customers, and without us, Sony don't make a penny. They don't make a single penny without us. And it's not an essential requirement, is it? It's not like gas or electric, where you need gas or electric to survive and to live. You don't need the PlayStation Network. It's just, as I say, it's a nice couple of hours in the evening. That's fine, but you don't need it. But Sony definitely need us. 100% they need us. So I don't know what's going to happen over this debacle. I'm hoping they're going to flip it around and offer a disc drive in the PlayStation 6, even if it's not part of the machine, maybe as an add-on, that would be acceptable. But yeah, they've been massaging the figures as well when they claim that 85% was digital, only 15% was physical. That is actually factually incorrect, because they were also taking into consideration all DLCs and add-ons when they were saying that was the 85% digital. That's incorrect. A DLC is not, it's not a game, it's an add-on to an existing game. So you can't include that as a sale. Not really, because it's part of the same game. So Sony were massaging the figures, obviously, because they want to push to a digital market so that eventually they can withdraw a game at any time that you've maybe paid 70 or 80 quid on, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Anyway, big uproar. I'm hoping that it's going to cause a rethink from Sony. Now, if they'd have announced that the PS7 was going to have no disc drive on it, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have even batted an eyelid. They just said, yep, we can accept that. We know that the digital world is coming. It's going to happen eventually, so we can accept that. But it's too soon to take that functionality away from the PlayStation 6, because how I understand it is the PS6 is coming out in 2028. And until 2028, you're still going to be able to buy games on discs. So let's, for theoretical purposes here, say that the PS6 gets released on the 1st of January 2028. It won't do, but just for theoretical possibilities. So that gets released on the 1st of January, and up until the 31st of December, you can still buy physical discs. So you can walk into your store, buy a game on the 31st of December, then they'll launch the PS6. Oh, but you can't play it on this one, mate, because it's not got a disc drive on it. No. So it's a paperweight. Throw it in the bin. It's no good now. No good. That's obviously an over-the-top example, but that's basically it. As I say, if they'd announced it for the PS7, everyone would have said, yeah, that's fine. You know, the life cycle of game consoles is about 7 years. We'd have had 7 years to, get used to the idea and start, playing all our old games that we still got on disc. It would have been a great time. But no, they've announced it for this PlayStation, which is coming out pretty soon, I think, 2028. I mean, it's going to be a big disaster anyway. It's been mooted to be at least £900. Who the hell's going to pay nearly £1,000 for a games console? Are you kidding me? No one. No one. The PS5 is £569 in the UK right now. I mean, that's ridiculous anyway. It's half time, so the soccer guys have made it. This is the theme because physical media is at the late stage of its life. DAS. Yes. Also, on Saturday on BBC Two at 8:50, Top of the Pops 2000 Big Hits is on, and it features Kylie, Robbie Williams, Britney Spears, and Ronan Keating. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, Ronan Keating was the last one I got. Just hit my microphone. Now it's all gone out of alignment. Right, Ronan Keating. There it is, Ronan Keating. I'm not convinced Maxton McLaren would work. No, me neither. As I say, sideways move that is. That's not a step up. Maxton McLaren. Jesus, Ronan Keating, the worst thing to come out of Ireland to Westlife. Yes. Orange Park, 30C. I had to wear a gown in this heat. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? My other favourite DVD menus are Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Shark Tale, Over the Hedge, B-Movie, Flushed Away, Inside Out, Big Hero 6, Zootropolis and Moana. Lovely. Spam. Shamebot is at it again. Hookster's heating can't take the heat. No, it can't. It shuts itself down in 30C. It's not me, it's the car. It's the car. Even the solid regs have allowed Audi and Cadillac to join Formula One. Regs are not solid at all, says Will F1. Wrong direction has happened once again. Bring back I knew he'd say that. Bring back Winfield Williams, says Plynal Play. No. No. I hate that livery. It hurts my soul. Hurts my soul. I'm used to the Williams in the beautiful blue and white and the bit of yellow. The Rothmans colours of Nigel Mansell. Nigel Mansell. Hello, the stream's dying again. I'm just going to ignore it and carry on. Nigel Mansell. The regs are liquid. Liquid diarrhea says. Thermostat is 26 degrees, while early in the day it could be 30 degrees. Yes. Well, mine says 30 now, and it's at night. F1 is a Mickey Mouse show. Last week was an embarrassment, says. Yes, it was. I agree. I agree. It was an embarrassment. Absolutely. Wowzers. Come on, guys. They're not that bad. They are that bad. The rest of the drivers should have ganged up on MBS to take him out. My other favourite VHS tapes are Shrek 1 and 2, The Lion King 1, 2 and 3, 101 Dalmatians 1 and 2, Monsters Inc., A Bug's Life, Pocahontas 1 and 2, and so on. Don't disagree, sisters. Mr. Will F1! Fix should talk about the Hookster. Oh, God. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? I'm sure he'd be very complimentary. I'm sure he'd be very complimentary. Yes. Yes. Come and talk about the Hookster. Thank you, Mr. Will F1 Gaming. We will give you a thumbs up for that, for the £2 donation, sir. Most appreciated. Most appreciated. And yes, you're right. Hookster should talk. Fix should talk about Hookster. It may happen one day. All I've got to do is make a video about Abu Dhabi 2021, and he'll be on it like a car bonnet. I'll tell you, he will be. He'll be on it. Yes. Several other people have made videos about 2021, and he's made comments on most of them. Yes. So that's all I've got to do. Fuck this shit, I'm out, says Mr. Regara. Oh, come back, Mr. Regara. Did you know at 58, Flavio Briatore, Boff 9, but did he really? 58? Wow. Well, luckily, I've got Naomi Campbell's phone number because I'm only 57, so I've got to wait until next April, and then I'm gonna give her a call. I'm gonna give her a call. I'm gonna say, Naomi, I hear you like the 58-year-old man. Well, I'm 58 today. It's my birthday. How about it? See what she says. See, I'm sure she'd like a bit of the Hookster. Yes, very tiny bit of the Hookster, but beggars can't be choosers. That's what I say. F1 is hemorrhaging viewers the way they go. Yes, it is. I quite agree with you. I quite agree with you. Paddock 69 robbed. I knew that Chippy T contribution was coming. Yes, Dave. 2002 was the last time Eddie Irvine raced in Formula One. Wow. £2 doors, Hookster's Chippy Tea. I had a steak tea, says wowzers. I fancy a tea. Fancy's paying for that. Matthew says, Dom needs to be over 7 points clear going to the last race to be a favourite to win the title. He's only been in that position once, the season where he binned it in the wall. Joe's better at Abu Dhabi. Yes, he is. True. Shane says, I fancy an ice cream. Oh, Shane, stop it now. Stop it, Shane. I'm sitting here boiling and you're talking about ice cream. Yes, I'd like an ice cream myself. Yes, I love an ice cream. Oh, 99 flake. The stuff of legend. Yeah, the stuff of legend. That was my childhood. That was going to the seaside and getting a 99 flake. That was the treat of the day. That was a 99 flake, which basically, for anyone who doesn't know, was just basically an ice cream cone filled with the most basic ice cream you can think of. Yeah. Didn't even taste very nice. But they stuck a flake in the top and that just transformed it. Yes, transformed it. Yes, it became the epitome of an ice cream just by sticking a flake in it. Yes. The rest of it was absolutely shite. The ice cream was horrible. But the flake, man, the flake, that's what did it. He needs to be 26 points ahead. Dom is never going to be champions as Will. I also fancy a milkshake. Oh my God. Calm down, Shane. Calm down. Dave's VHS tapes are redacted, 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 and redacted. Yes. Yes. I have got a few of those special needs VHS tapes. Let's just call it that. And hopefully I'll get away with that on YouTube, you know. Special needs VHS tapes. Yes, yes, yes. Someone gave me some special needs VHS tapes from Germany. Yes, Germany. Yes. I'm not going any further. That's it. We're done. I could sweat into a 500mm bottle every day in this. Yeah, me too. Me too. Ridiculous. Dave's VHS collection is mainly 1980s stuff. Yes, it is. It is. I've still got some VHS tapes. I've still got a VHS recorder. I've only literally got about 20 tapes left. 6 of those are like the English version of the world's scariest police chases. Yes. I can't remember what it was called. They did loads of them, and I've got about half a dozen of them. Try a 2-litre bottle helium. EPs. The season where Dom binned it into the wall was over 6 years ago. I was 18, now I'm 24. I'm getting old. Ah. Now I'm 24, he says. I might just do that. I'm 24 this year, says Will. Well done, Will. I'm 24 right now. The stream is going. No, we're okay. We're back. We're back. And we're back in the green, in fact. TMY is 52, says Will. Is that why he keeps dyeing his hair, Will? Is that why? Because he's 52. Keeps dyeing his hair. He keeps denying it as well. Have you noticed? He keeps saying, oh, no, I'm not. No, it's obvious. You can tell by the blackness that he's dyeing his hair, because dyed hair always looks really false and black. Have you noticed that? You can tell. Don't listen to him, everyone. Don't listen to him. It's lies. It's all lies. Of course he's dyeing his hair. I bet he had a few greys come through and he went, oh my God. No, still works. Hookster is 101. I'll tell you what, I feel 101 in this heat right now. I was 14 when the all seasons rubbish began. Oh my God. Jesus. Especially when I play Dirt Rally 2. Yes. Hookster is 101. All yellow. Looks like almost all of us are the same age practically. Yes, apart from me. Yes. Apart from your host. The Hookster was 21 when Juan Manuel Fangio won his first world championship. I saw him live. He was great. We're sorry for the break in this program. Yes, we're okay. We're back in the green. Coldplay doing really well on it. Finished 216th on one challenge out of thousands. Nice. Yeah, I love those Colin McRae. I never do any good myself, so don't think that it's because you're bad. I do horrible. I still love playing them. I always finish every single rally. I finish last, but I just carry on playing because I just love it. The only thing about the Colin McRae's is, of course, the difficulty is fixed. To use a pun, it's fixed, so there's not a lot you can do about it. So you can start off, I think, easy, but then they automatically start making it harder for you, and then that's it. But it doesn't drop down if you do badly, so you're stuck in the hard level. But I just love it. He was 26. The Hookster was 50 when Neighbours started. I meant 60. Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours. Da, 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 da. I must admit, I did watch the first episode of Neighbours when it was on our televisions in the UK. I did. When it was on the BBC and when it was essential viewing. Kylie Minogue was in it. Kylie Minogue, everyone. I did watch Neighbours. In fact, I watched Neighbours for quite a few years. I think possibly 10, 11 years, something like that, before I eventually stopped. And I haven't watched it since. They've reinvented it and re-brought it back, I think, about 3 or 4 times, haven't they? But I've never watched it after I stopped. Same with a lot of the soaps. I used to watch EastEnders when old Den and Angie were in charge of the pub. Get out of my pub. I used to watch that, but then stopped and never started again. My favourite was always Casualty on the BBC. I used to love that show, but then I just stopped and I've never seen that again. I do believe it's still going, but never seen it. Hello, stream's gone in the red again. The stream's gone in the red. I'm just going to ignore you. Right, where are we? Dom has been in 4 title designers, 1 in 2019, 1 on F1 22, and 2 on F1 23. The ones on 2019 and 22, he was ahead going to the last race, however he didn't win any. Hookster was 46 when Jackie Stewart won his 2nd championship. Yes. Since 2018 was originally meant to be the last race of the Hockenheim Ring, until the Hockenheim Ring agreed to have one more race there the following year, which I think was a shock for everyone. Yes. Hockenheim 2019 Classic. They only had 1 hour, didn't they? Yes. Imagine if the crawl wall was around for the 2019 German Grand Prix. He says, I still don't have a Blu-ray player. Wowzers. Wowzers. Well, you're not missing much. The picture quality is a lot better than DVD, but apart from that, it's pretty much the same as a DVD, to be fair. At the beginning of 2018, when it got announced that the German Grand Prix wasn't going to be on the calendar of 2019 to the Hockenheim, agreed to host it one more time in 2019. France leads, says Mr. Rugara. Wowzers. Kinda pisses me off when they only put the extras on Blu-ray when they sell the DVD Blu-ray together. Yeah. 5 years and he can't move on. Are you talking about Mr. Jimmy Fixit? Yes. He can't move on after 5 years. I know. Imagine if in another 5 years he's still going on about Abu Dhabi 2021. Imagine it. Just imagine it. Oh my God. I actually asked Social Blade where his channel's going to be in 5 years' time, and it says that he's going to have 7,500 subscribers. So somehow he's going to lose nearly 1,500 subscribers in the next 5 years. Yes. But it also said he'd still be around in 5 years, which is rather a scary thought, to be fair. Rather a scary thought. Imagine it. Imagine if he carried on making those videos from the old folks home. Because, I mean, nobody knows how old he is, because no one's ever seen his face, have they? Because he won't show it, because he's scared in case MI5 catch him. So nobody's seen his face. I mean, he might be in his late 50s. So imagine another 10 years if he's broadcasting from the old folks home. Yes, you, Martin Brundle, you are a CNUT. Yes. It's the best you've ever seen. I'll tell you what his channel reminds me of. The Viz comic. Yeah, because every single character from Viz is on his channel, either in the comment section or James himself. Yeah, it reminds me of the Viz comic. Yes, so well done, James. You've managed to invent your very own Viz comic on YouTube. Unbelievable. Now, you see, back in the 80s, the furthest reach James would have had would have been talking shit in like a pub, in a bar, shouting at all the patrons as they walk past. Ah, you're not funny. Let me tell you about Abu Dhabi 2021. That would have been as far as his reach would have got in the 80s. Or shouting across the wall to his neighbours. Let me tell you about the injustices of Abu Dhabi 2021. But of course now we've got the wonderful YouTube, which, gives him a platform. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks a lot. Great stuff. Great stuff. He's just like Brian Harvey. He is. He is the new Brian Harvey. Motor racing. There's plenty of people who can't move on from 2021. Toto, for example, still mentions it. Yeah, he does. I bet if the Hockenheim Ring hadn't agreed to host the German Grand Prix in 2019 as a one-off, I think the Nürburgring would have refused to host again in 2019, just like they did in 2015 and 2017. Wowzers, fixed, says Mr. Rugara. He's made 11 videos on Silverstone. He has. You're quite right. He has. And if you look at his laptop screen, because he always shows it on screen, look in the right hand corner, look at the time. He's making them videos sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning. You've just got to question the sanity, haven't you? You've got to question the sanity. 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh God, Fixed has created a song. Oh yes, he's created a song. Yes, he has. It's great. Fixed keeps Abu Dhabi 2021 in our minds for all the wrong reasons. Yes, goodness gracious. Shamebot.exe. Christ, Sky News Australia, more haters than the English Sky News. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I remember when he got angry with someone in the comments and asked for a fight. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Why are you saying Shamebot is? Normal people aren't in Fixed comment section. That's true. That's true. There are no normal people in his comment section. They're all, how can I put it politely? How can I put it politely? They're all people on the fringe of society. Let's say that. Let's say that. They are all people on the fringe of society. That's all the people in the comment section. You keep spamming the same shit all the time, Shane. Pretty knows me lunch. Stream in red. We're all right. We're in the green now. We'll soon find out that Toto supports his channel. Yeah, probably does. Matthew says, if Dom doesn't win his home race on Monday, I don't think he'll win the championship. 22 points is too much against Joe. Shamebot GPT. Yes. Shamebot GPT. So, Shamebot GPT, can you make me the all seasons thumbnail, please? I need it. I need a F1 background, and I need the words, "Oh no!" Thank you, Shane GPT. Madness. Fix told people who worked in F1 in 2008 they are entitled to compensation. Yeah, I know. Entitled to compensation. 2008. That's a long time ago, isn't it? It could disappear. I'm a Drum Tank fan, by the way. You know, are you, Matt? Well, I didn't know that. Fix should become the face of Claims Direct. Yes, he should. He should. Brittle. Why are you saying Shane GPT? Drum Tank is a beautiful man, says Matt. Yes, he is. Drum Tank is a strange man, a very strange man. A bunch of French dudes jumping up and down. Sony. I don't have PSN, says Caledonia. 2-0. I don't have PSN. Yes, Pretty knows me lunch. Sinbad and Marina. Shamebot GPT. Wowzers. Drum Tank. Is he in the chat? Yes, he is. Mr. Drum Tank is in the chat, everyone. Now, I did show him or link him last week's stream, as you know. And he said he was really, really excited by my stream and says it was great. Really, really great. I think that's what he said anyway. I think he said it was great and he was disturbed in equal measure. I think that's the gist of the conversation anyway. Something like that. But either way, I'll take it. Never mind a PlayStation 7, Dave. PlayStation 6 hasn't been released yet. That's true. That's true. We know your responses by Rota. Dom has arrived. Hookster won't be reading his comments until an hour later. Yes, yes. Who's that hot pizza? Who's that hot piece of meat on screen? Are you talking about my bear? Are you talking about my bear? TB. TB. Dom just called you a hot piece of meat. He says you're a sexy mojo. And he's waving to you. Don't know why. He says, "Hi Dom." Hi, I'm talking for him because we do communicate, but it's telepathically. Yeah. Telepathically. He says, "Hi Dom." Yes. Lewis Hamilton, #1 fan here, you know. Yes, he is. Yes. What's that? He says, "Why do you wear that stupid shirt to work?" He says you look like Captain Picard from Star Trek. I don't know what he's talking about. To be fair, I think though I can't talk about that kind of thing without evidence. You know, if you're going to talk about something, you must have the evidence. Yes, you must have the evidence. So so here is the evidence right here. There is the man. There he is. Yes. Next week he will be auditioning for the next Star Trek movie. Yes. Yes. There he is. He's just sold a 2024 Civic hatchback to some old guy. I don't know what's his. Oh, Brad. Brad. Well done, Brad. Yes. He doesn't look like he's being coerced in any way whatsoever, does he, Brad? No, he looks fine up. Little bit of backstory. Yeah, Brad's actually been locked in a dungeon for the past 4 days by everyone at Meadowvale Honda. Yeah, they lock them in a dungeon for 4 days, deny them food, water, and access to the toilet, and then by the time they come out, they're so desperate they buy anything. They buy absolutely anything. They're just yeah. I'll buy that one. And so that's how they sell their cars. There he is. There he is. Yes, with his fantastic shirt on. Yes, fantastic. Great stuff. Great stuff. I'm actually going to leave that there as the background. At the background. There you go. Oh dear, I've just noticed something, everyone. I've just noticed something. Whoopsie. Look down the bottom. It says liked by Dominic Allan. He's liked his own message. He put that message up himself because look, it clearly says Dom drives Honda. He did that himself and then he liked the message. Oh dear. Now, Sigmund Freud, if you look him up on Google, he'll explain why he did that. I'm not going to go into it now, it'll take too long, but Sigmund Freud will explain why he did that. Yes. So well done. I'm not buying another new console at the moment. No. TB. Pretty Noseby Lunch. Ronan Keating. The live action remake of Moana is coming out tomorrow. Yes, it is. Feels like 5 minutes since the PS5 came out. It does. Because of COVID and the delays and what have you. I mean, I've only had mine since 2023, I think. So, 3 years. True, says the sisters. How's the sales job going, says Matt. Well, there you are, Matt. There you are. It's going very well. It's going very well indeed. Yes, I think he sold 2 cars. 2 cars right now. Yes. The incentives he has to give, though, to sell those, it's too much to bear sometimes. What he has to give away from his soul to get rid of those gorgeous cars you can see in the background there. He literally has to give away his soul to get those. I just noticed something. Jesus, he's got hairy arms. Jesus Christ, he's got hair. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but for scientific purposes, I'm gonna have to research this bit here. That bit there. Let's do some research, everyone, because that is just, that's not, surely that's AI. That's got to be AI. That can't be real. Surely that can't be real. No one has got an arm like that. Surely not. So, let's examine the evidence. There it is, everyone. There it is. Now, for clarity, let's blow this picture up. Let's blow this bad. Oh my God! Thankfully, it's now starting to pixelate, because if it wasn't, this would be a scary situation right now. Look at the Jesus! My God! That's I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Let's go down a little bit so we can get the full nuance of the. Let's try it about there. There you go. Look at the hair on that. What's all that around there? And why is it only growing in patches? It's on the elbow and it's oh my god. Oh my god. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've never seen an arm as hairy as that in all my life. Never. I mean, you know, it's not that hairy, is it? That's the thing, though. It's in bunches. It's in bunches of hair. Look at it. One there, and oh my god. Oh wow. Wow. That's just unreal. That is just absolutely unreal. I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. I will look forward to seeing the live action remake of Moana on Saturday. Yes. Why did we need a remake of Moana? Says this is true. Bring back the Leyland Tag Williams. Ah, yes, please. Have you not heard that a live action remake of Moana is getting out tomorrow? Bring back the live F1 team. Yes. Bring back the MasterCard Lola. Yes. I've seen adverts for it, Shane. Why the hell is it being made when a sequel to the original came out less than 2 years ago? Wowzers. I'll never know. Dorm. I'm smiling at you, Dave. When does the restraining order from Naomi end? Pretty much never, to be fair. Yeah, that's been my sort of situation with most of the females on this planet. Yes, once I get the restraining order, it just says for life. Yes, for life. So what can you do? But I always say there's so many women in the world and so little time to do those restraining orders. It's fine. I can just carry on. Yeah, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Good grief. Ice cream cake. Chocolate ice cream pancakes cake. I wish I had a strawberry calippo. I fancy a slush. Will you stop going on about drink and food, please? Oh my goodness. I'm gasping here, gasping. Chocolate croissant. Oh my goodness, Will. I'm with you there with the chocolate croissant. I've not had a chocolate croissant in about 25 years. And I used to love chocolate croissants. Oh my god. Oh, you're killing me, people. You're killing me. Dark Souls. Twix. Ah, Twix. I used to love a Twix as well. Yes. Wow. Not had a Twix for about 20 years. Also, yep, I also need ice cream. Oreo. Damn. Oh, Oreos. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Custard creams. Ah. Hookster stream hanging on by a thread. It is now. It is now. And drizzled some red syrup and it was... Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Like his channel then. Yes. Bring back MTV Simtech Ford. Yes, please. Bring back Midland Bank and F1 team. Yes. It is 1980s. Well, it is in my head constantly. That's made me laugh so much when you said to me, stop it now. I'm sitting here boring. I'm talking about ice cream. No problem, Shane. With a German that will tell his women, as I will kommen spitzen. Yes. I don't know what that means, but I agree with you. In fact, I agree with anything a German woman says. Yes. Sometimes twice nightly. You're making me laugh even more, Dave, when you tell me to calm down when I say also fancy a milkshake. Dark, powdered hair. Yes. If you said, Dave, you'd like an ice cream, I'd offer you an ice cream. Yeah, I'd like an ice cream, Shane, right now. I am back in the green. Yes. So I'd like to say a special shout out to Virgin Media and their lovely Hub 4 internet box. It actually seems to have worked because we were in serious problems earlier where we were in the red, but it seems to have recovered. So congratulations. Yes, congratulations for not making my stream drop out, because it's always a pain when the stream goes because you've got to restart it and you've got to get everyone back in again. So well done, Virgin. Well done. Now, a lot of people say that Virgins don't go all the way. Well, I can actually say that's not the case because you have gone all the way. Well, almost. We haven't finished the stream yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Fixed needs to make a video on TMY's hair. Oh my god, could you imagine that? Fixed should play Colin McRae Rally 2005. Yes. Hookster was alive for the Wall Street crash. I was. 1929. I was an up and coming businessman back then in 1929. Yes. I sold toilet roll. Yes, toilet roll. Yes. And then the shit hit the fan and the stock market crashed. But luckily, people still needed lots of toilet roll. Yes. Neighbours is back on TV again on the You and Drama channel on 20th of July. They're showing the first. Oh my goodness. 20th of July. 20th of July. I might actually record that on my new Virgin recording box. Thank you, Virgin. I should get a sponsorship deal with Virgin, shouldn't I? 20th of July. I'll write that down. 20th of July. On You and Drama. I might actually record that. Only the first episode. I don't want to watch it all from the beginning again, but yes, I might actually watch that because I remember I did watch the first episode. I fancy a smoothie as well. Well done, Shane. Neighbours switched to Channel 5 in 2008. Yes, it did. Get out of my pub. Yes. And the conveyor belt of Australian beauty. Oh, yes. So many of them, weren't there? I mean, there was Kylie's sister, Danny Minogue, spelt D-A-N-I. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Danny Minogue, wasn't there? There was old Holly, what's her name? She lives over the UK now, doesn't she? Holly Valance, that's the one. Holly Valance. Yeah. She's gone very I can't get the words out. She's gone very political now as Holly Valance. Yeah, it's very political. Yeah, she's got some very strong views about lots of things, which is quite ironic considering back in the days she'd get her jugs out for a £5. Yes, she really would. She didn't care. She's a good girl. She was, old Holly. Yeah. Give you a £5 for your jugs. Oh yeah, I'll be there. Yes. Who remembers that great song, Kiss Kiss? Yes, that was a great one. Yes, and as I say, give her a £5 and she'd get her jugs out, no problem. But now, she's got older and now she's very political and she's got some very, very strong views. Very strong views. But I wonder if you still give her a £5, she'll still get her jugs out. Possibly. Who knows? Who knows? Casualty is rubbish now. They dramatised it. Oh, it's a shame. I watched it with old, what's his name in it? Can't remember his name, but you know the one. The Charlie. I watched it up until Charlie, and then I stopped. Now, Mr. Plan and Plessy, you might remember. Do you remember the one series they did where they actually had it on after the watershed, and all the episodes were a lot more gory, and some of the storylines were a little bit dodgy. I remember that season. Yes, they only did it for one season. Hookster was alive for World War II. Thank you, Mr. Rogara. Yes, I was. Yes, I remember the doodle bugs flying over the top of my head. Yes, it went. Yeah. Silence. It was always the silence you had to watch out for because you knew that 30 seconds later it was going to land. Yes. I'm not that bloody old. Hookster was 14 when World War II started as well. He'll still go on about it when both Hamilton and Verstappen are not in F1. Oh, he will. He'll still go on about it, yes. It'll be like history lessons with Mr. Jimmy Fixit, won't it? Let me tell you, kiddies. Yes. I don't know, I just get this horrible, creepy vibe of him every time he makes videos. And nearly every single video, he talks about exciting the kiddies. And I'm sorry, that's just a red flag to me. absolute red flag. Really is. Absolute red flag. Yes. Yes. I'll say we don't know how old he is, but I'm guessing he's not a youngster. You should. Oh, there's me timer. That's me first one. He's not a youngster, but you should. That's one thing you should not be saying on YouTube, because that just gives off Jimmy Savile vibes. Every time he says that, I just go, "Oh, there's Jimmy Savile again." Yes, hiding in plain sight. Easily. Hookster was 104 when Fiery Iron Brew came out, but it will focus on Total Wolf and Christian Horner. Pretty knows me lunch. Fiery Iron Brew, I haven't had that one. Can only take the old recipe these days. It's discontinued, unfortunately. It makes him about £40 a month. It does. Happy. I had it the day Gaddafi died. Really, Caledonia? I think that's for the best. 2 a.m. They're thick, the people on Fixed. Well, thick is a nice way of putting it, I must admit. I could call them other things, but yeah. It's a nice way of putting it. If there are no normal people in Fixed comments section, why aren't you in it, Dave? Outrageous. I really wish the German Grand Prix had continued to alternate between the Hockenheim and the Nürburgring for the rest of the 2010s. Yes. Can you look up Toy Story Retro Roundup and Toy Story 3 Complete Edition, Dave? Yes. Toy Story. No, says Planel. Always. Pretty. Jesus fucking Christ, says Will. Seems like TB knows a thing or two. He does. He's a very intelligent bear. He's been around since the 60s. He's actually about 200 years old, but he doesn't look it, does he? No, but he's intelligent. Yeah, very intelligent. We need to report Dom for abduction of customers. We should. Those poor people. 4 days in a dungeon. You know, no food, no water, no access to the toilet either. They're just wrecked by the time they'd buy anything. They'd buy absolutely anything. Yeah. Honda. Would you love to have Sinbad carry Maruni over his shoulder? Yes, I would. Dom has sold a Honda. Employing Israeli tactics. Yes. Happiness. France will be playing in the WC semi-finals, of course. Nintendo Switch is incredible. Happy. Switch is a bit overrated in my opinion, says Caledonia. I enjoy the fact that it's somewhat of a handheld, but also a normal console. Pretty knows me lunch. Dave is trying to make us all vomit. Yes. I would say handheld. I rarely use the dock. Nintendo Switch is great. It is. KD has dropped to 7th. Goodness. Hookster listens to music on Atlantic 252. Oh, I used to love Atlantic 252. I did. Back in the day. Back in the day when I was a pirate DJ in 1982. Have I told you this story? I think I have, yes. Yes, I did a pirate radio station for about 3 weeks in 1982. Yes. I got a cheap second-hand transmitter. It wasn't that expensive, only about 100 quid. Yes. It couldn't transmit very far. I think at about 10-mile radius or whatever. But I've rigged it up in my bedroom. Yes, I had the aerial inside the sort of hanging off the window frame, the aerial. Yes. And yes, for 3 weeks I had a pirate radio station. And I'll tell you what, no word of a lie, I ended up with about 100 people listening. Yes, 100 people listening. Yes. And I used to connect up my CB radio as well. And I'd say to people on there, contact me on the CB, and I'll do requests. And I had people every night coming in with requests for songs. It was a great time. It really was. But I stopped it after 3 weeks because I heard that if the police caught you, it's £1,000 fine or a certain amount of time in jail. And I don't know about you, but incarceration is not for me. no. Jail time is not something I'm a fan of. So I stopped. Yes, after 3 weeks. So I was a pirate DJ for 3 weeks, and then I stopped. Yes, because every time I heard a car coming down the road, I was getting panicky in case it was the police to arrest me. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Enjoyed those 3 weeks, playing music, taking requests from people, and it was just brilliant. I was on every night from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Yes, I was the evening entertainment, and no, it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I always wanted to go into radio. Sadly, it never actually happened. Never got the chance or the opportunity. But that was always something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a radio DJ, like Smashy and Nicey. Yes, but sadly, it never came to be because I started full-time work when I was 15 years old. So that sort of fell by the wayside, unfortunately. So there you go. But I always wanted to. I had a couple of opportunities to do some hospital radio, but unfortunately, on both occasions, I either had something else I had to do, or I remember one of the occasions I was really sick, so I couldn't turn up. But yeah, I had a couple of invitations for hospital radio, which I would have loved to have done, because I was in hospital at the time when the hospital radio was playing, and I got talking to the bloke who does the hospital radio. And he says, "Oh, you should come in and do a couple of hours once you're feeling better," because I was in the right state. And I said, "Yeah, I'd love to do that," but unfortunately, it never came to fruition. But so that was my aspirations in life. I wanted to be a radio DJ, Yes. Oh my God. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Yes. That's easy if you had a job. The plasterers rip off the hair. I've never seen an arm that hairy myself, Dave. It is shocking. I agree, Shane. I agree. Shane. True Caledonia. I've never seen arms that hairy. Twix. Left or right, Twix? Centre, Twix. Yeah, I'll go with centre. Laughing so much now it turns to stop talking about food and drinks, Dave. Does Hookster think that Don will win the title this season? I think he's got a good chance. Good chance. And as long as he doesn't keep visiting Joe, because then he uses the control, and he's got no chance. Fixed doesn't like Max. Are you sure about that? I'm not quite sure. I've not seen any real evidence of that, to be fair. No real evidence of that. I would never have guessed that, Caledonia. Lol. Food and drinks got involved in this chat. Very right wing. Yes. Core. Kylie Minogue. Core. Helium Trophy says, Holly Valance dancing in her pants. Core. I'm sorry, but it's your own fault. You've excited me now. Yes, you have. And so it's got to be done. It's got to be done now. I'm sorry. You've excited me too much. Sorry, I'm just pausing for the ads. And here she is. Yes, it's Holly Valance dancing in her pants. There you go. Look at that. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, can't show any more of that. Might get copyright claimed. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. I only need a few seconds these days. Boom. Holly's gone very desperate for cash, says, yes, she has. Yes, they have. Holly Valance. Danny Minogue was a real beauty, was jealous of JV for that. Yes. Damn you, Jack Villeneuve. Damn you, sir. Hookster was alive during Napoleon's reign. Yes. Fix will go crazy if Hamilton retires. He likely will. Happy. Pretty. Jeffrey Epstein on the down low, says Helium Trophy. Yes, knows me lunch. Lance Stroll. Fix wouldn't work for Sky F1. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He wouldn't work anyone. No, Helium, he would not. He needs his pit payments. Daniel Ricciardo deserved a better send off, but oh well. Do you think he gets pip? I think he does. I think he does. He may have claimed under the Mental Disorder Act. They were all yellow. MP3 players still work. Yes, they do. Hookster FM says yes. It was a great station each day. It was. It was. So, why would you love to have Sinbad carrying me over his shoulder as your background? I just love it, Shane. To be fair, you could do like certain types of restriction, Dave. That's true. Dave would be the only remaining radio presenter from the 90s. Yes. Yes, that would be me. MP3 players still work. Glitches. In fairness, I've seen hairier, says he. Wowzers. Wowzers. Really? Happy. Oh God, it's that song he's going to play. You know me too well, everyone. You know me too well. Yes. Yes. In fact, we need a few more seconds of this song, everyone. Yes, just a few more seconds. There it is. There it is. Yes, Holly Valance in her pants. Yes. Yes. Ah, fantastic. Fantastic. And that's me done again. Damn. My telephone. When do I have to hear the damn thing? Happy and pretty. Fix should work for the beep. He should do. He should definitely work for the beep. Yes. Could you imagine it? Yes. Hello. Hello, children. Yes. Are you all excited, kiddies? Are you all excited? Yes, it's me, Jimmy Atkins here. Jimmy Atkins, yes. Now I'm going to educate you all now about Abu Dhabi 2021. No, don't go away. Don't be a C-nut now. Just sit there and behave yourselves, little kiddies. Was that creepy enough for you? Fix should work for Channel 4. Yes, you should. Mark Webber, final race was quite great. Here we are. Just look up Christian Vander of Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't do this to me, Helium. Don't do this to me, Helium. Don't do this to me, Helium. Is this it? Is this it? Christian Vander. Oops. Is this it? Of Helium. Trying to unravel the mind of Christian Vander. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, this looks epic. This looks epic. Christian Vander. Wow. Well, that's a first time for me. That's a first time for me. I'll look that up later. Still better than the original Alex Warren. Even Dave wouldn't poke Holly. No. 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 Well, why don't you have Sinbad carrying over his shoulder background then? Because I've got Star Trek, Shane, and Star Trek is for life, not just for Christmas. Yes. Bloody heck, mate. Fix could also work for modern day ITV. Oh, could you imagine that? Modern day ITV. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everyone. Now let's go over to James Atkins, who's got some details about what happened during the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Have you got time to look up Toy Story Retro Roundup and Toy Story 3 Complete Edition, Dave? Probably not, Shane. Shout out France. It's all right. You can watch the rest of Holly's videos of Tonic after seeing him. Yes, I probably will. In fact, I need a bit more now. Yes, I need a bit more now. Yes, come on, Holly. Give me a bit more, Holly. That's it. That's it, Holly. Yes. Oh, yeah. Shake it, girl. Shake it. Yes. Ah, Holly Valance. Hot. Anyway, let's move on. What the actual heck? This does look epic, though. Rest in peace, Bonnie Tyler and Brad Arnold. Red Wine, XCS. I've done it. I've reached the bottom of the chat. I can't believe it. Oh, well, there we go, everyone. The stream has concluded. The stream has concluded. I bet it's Maria's behind you. What you love about? Yes, it is. Holly Valance. Yes. The bottom of the damn chat. Yes. Right, that's it, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. You have been awesome as always. Now it's time for our favourite part of the show. It's time for the top chat. Time for the top chat. And here they are. Here they are. This week's top chat. And it looks like we may have Dom's elbow in the back of the picture, so don't worry about that. In fact, let's make it bigger. That's what she said. That's what she said. Right, here's this week's top fans. Oh, thank you. Here we are before I melt. We've got 9 people in the top fans this week. At number 9, it's Drum Tank. Oh no. Oh no. Number 9 for Drum Tank. Number 8, we've got it's the Master of Mirth, Mr. Plynel Plessy. Number 7, it's Shane Coburn 2023. At number 6, it's Mr. Rugara, top 5 for the top fans. At number 5, it is Matthew 7657. At number 4, we have Caledonia F1. So the top 3 for the fans this week. At number 3, excitement please, drum roll please. Number 3 it's Helium Trophy, which means number 2 this week in the top fans is going to be, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's the Scissor Sisters 4369, which means once again the winner of the top fans, and absolutely no connection whatsoever to any monetary donation. It's Mr. Will F1, the number 1 Yorkshireman in the whole of England. And that's true. I'm sorry, but it's true. Number 1 Yorkshireman, whole of England. Josh, he's still 59th. Still 59th, just behind Peter Sutcliffe. He's still got work to do, I'm sorry. It's his own fault. He shouldn't dye his hair. Shouldn't dye his bloody hair. Yeah. There you go, everyone. Thanks to everyone for joining me tonight. Boiling away. Boiling away. We're being nice this week. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Bigger. Wowzers. Dom is there. Yes, shame. Epic stuff. Some episode this. Look up the album cover for No Love Deep Web by Def. My God. I'm gonna copy that. There you go. I'll put. Oops. Where's the chat gone? There it is. I shall look at that after the stream. Damn. What a joke. What am I gonna find when I type that into Google? What am I gonna find? My recommendation: look it up off screen before. Hope this doesn't break my computer, you know. And it did break my computer. The stream died. It's come back again. I can't believe that. Just as I typed that in, the stream completely died. And now it says it's not there. I'm confused now. Am I still broadcasting? Can someone tell me if they're still receiving me? Because the internet's not working. He's about to get shocked. Type it up. He really is. So you love Maria's black behind it? Yes, I do, Shane. Can anybody tell me if I'm still broadcasting? Because I'm not quite sure now because the internet's not working. And my stream is in the red. So I'm not quite sure. Anyone in the chat, am I still working? Am I still working? I don't think I am. I think I'm gone. I think I'm gone from the chat. Sarah's gained 4 places just after the results get published. Anyone in the chat, are they still receiving? Yes, but lag, but audio is okay. Oh, right, okay. He's going to be watching every Holly Valance video. Bit. Okay, I'm glad I'm still broadcasting, but that page you put in is not coming up, young man. It's not coming up at all. Look, it says this site can't be reached. But that might be my stream. Might be my stream. Hang on, let me do it one more time. Let me do it one more time. Now, you told me not to do it off air, so... Ah, here we are. I'm back on. I'm back on again. So what's all this about then? No love, deep web. Death grips. Death grips. Read more. What the... No, 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 no. We can't have any penises. No, no penises. Thank you. No penises. Oh my God. You little git. You little git. You knew that would come up, wouldn't you? You knew that would come up. You little git. Unbelievable. Okay, I think that's a good time to end the stream. Thank you, everyone. Little git. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. I'm going to end the stream there because... Yeah, you tell me to cover up the screen first for the sake of your channel after I've actually looked it out. Well done, well done, well done. It's fantastic. God. Oh, Christ. So, Holly Valance to see out the night. Yes, Holly Valance to see out the night. I agree with you. I told you to cover the street. You told me now, but now I've already done it. I'm going to get done by the YouTube police for showing a penis. Well, to be fair, they show a penis all the time because Jimmy Atkins is on YouTube. That's not really much difference, is it? But oh my god. Fantastic. So yes, I think we'll I think we'll have to end with Holly Valance. Yes. But there you go. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as. Oh, look, she's dancing in her. Look, she's dancing in her pants. Look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, everyone. You've been awesome as always tonight. I told you before you looked up your Muppet, it didn't come up until after. I know, it's probably because of the stream delay anyway, that I don't get the messages until after the fact. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It'll be fine. The most YouTube will do is say you've got to cut that bit out. Cut out the penis, they'll say. Cut out the penis. Oh, dear. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody. You've been awesome as always. What do you love about Marina's black behind, Dave? Everything, Shame. Read the comments quicker next time. Okay, I will. Thank you, everyone. From me and Mr. TB the Bear. Yes. And we'll see how hairy Christian Vander is later. Yes, I will. Oh, God. Thank you, everyone. That is the end of my YouTube career. It's just been completely blown up. And yeah, I'll see you in the next career. Yes, when I have to go and make another channel. Thank you. It'll be fine. Do you think YouTube cares when they let fixed on the channel, on their platform? No. Anyway, I will leave you with Holly Valance's front lady bottom. Yes, Holly Valance's front lady bottom. Yes, it was the talk of the town back in the 90s, you know. Talk of the town. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. Thank you, everyone. Awesome as always. I'm so bloody hot now. I've melted. I'm literally stuck to my t-shirt. Yes, that's why I didn't have one on before I came on air. And if you're a real fan of the Hookster, then go back to the start of the stream and you will get a nice surprise. Yes, a nice surprise. She had a cracking pair of legs. Yeah, she did. I must admit, cracking pair of legs. Yes, cracking pair of legs. Let's watch them in motion. There they are. Yes, I agree. Cracking pair of legs. Yes. Anyway, I'm off now before I get banned by YouTube. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to everyone tonight. Thanks to Drum Tank. Thanks to Planal Plessy, Matthew, Helium, Scissor, Shane, Regawa, Caledonia, and Mr. Will F1. Awesome as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you and good night.